Hello, good morning, all of you. Can you hear me? Mr. Pandey?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
We'll continue. Uh, we'll start afresh. Okay, product is completed in 3 consecutive processes during a particular month, and the inputs to process 1 of the basic raw material was 5,000 units at 2 per unit. Other information for the month was as follows. Okay, there's an output in process 1, 4,700, and in process 2, 4,300, process 3, 4,050. This is the output. And the input is only in process 1. In the beginning only, there's an input of 5,000 units at the rate 2 per unit. And these are the expenses, okay? Direct wages, direct expenses, and the overheads. The overheads are to be apportioned based on the wages. What are the wages? 3,000. And what are the total wages? 3 plus 5 plus 8. 16,000 is the total wage. So what is the proportion of the wage in process 1? 3,000 by 16,000, okay? Into the overheads is the overhead proportion in the process 1, and when it comes to process 2, it is 5,000 by 16,000 into 32,000. Okay, that's a overhead component in process 2, and similarly in process 3, 8,000 by 16,000 into 32,000, that is the component of overheads in process 3. And on the top of it, we have normal loss. Normal loss is 10% of 5% in process 1. 5% of what? 5% of this 5,000, 250 units into 2 rupees. Oh, no, this is the price into the normal loss scrap value. Okay, normal loss scrap value, 1 rupee. So 5% of 5,250 into 1 rupee, 250 rupees is in the amount column. And when it comes to process 2, it is 10%. 10% of what? 10% of the input. What's the input in process 2? The input in process 2 is 4,700. Okay, 4,000. What is output in process 1 is input to process 2. The output in process 1 is 4,700, which will become input for process 2. And on that, 10% to be calculated as normal loss as a percentage of input. Okay, so 10% of 4,700, it's 470. When it comes to process 3, the normal loss is 5%. 5% of what? 5% of the input. What is the input in process 3? What is output in process 2? Whatever output in process 2 will become the input for process 3. So 5% on 4,300, okay? It is about 430 and 215, if I'm not wrong. 215 will be the process 3 normal loss value. Okay, so that's it. That's a problem. And there were no opening or closing stock of work in progress. We don't have work in progress, so therefore we don't account for it. Compile 3 processes and finish stock account with details of abnormal loss and gain. Look at this. There is an abnormal loss and there's an abnormal gain wherever applicable. We're not going to account for work in progress because that's not there. Work in progress is not given. Right, we did yesterday process account 1, and the process 1, process account is just like your nominal account. Okay, it's just an account. It's not a statement. Just we were doing in unit costing, but it is an account. An account has debit side and credit side. Okay, what are to be debited on the process account? The raw material. How many units you have introduced? 5,000 units you have introduced. And look at this, the format. There are 3 columns on the left, 3 columns on the right, 3 columns on the left. Particulars, units, amount. Particulars, units, amount. Right? All the expenses you will debit to the process account. What are they? Raw materials. Raw materials at 5,000 units. 5,000 units introduced, yes. you're taking 5,000 units in unit column, and at 2 rupees, okay, 5,000 into 2, that comes to 10,000. That is the worth of the raw material introduced. 10,000 is raw material introduced. And wages are given directly, right? 3,000 is the wage given. Direct expenses also are given directly, okay? 9,750. Overheads is given, but as a total, but with a given hint, you have calculated. Okay. Now, I didn't do anything. 3,000 I've taken directly, 9,750 I've taken directly with respect to the wages and direct expense. But overheads, I have apportioned just as I told you. Okay, 3,000 by 16,000 into 32,000 gives me this value. Where is this? Yeah. 3,000 by 16,000 into 32,000 is the overhead component of process 1. Two overheads process 1. Okay, process 1 account debit to overheads 6,000. Okay, now look at the total. 10,000 plus 3,000 plus 9,750 plus 6,000. The total is 28,750. 28,750. This is the total expenses. And you have some scrap value, deduct that scrap value. Okay, deduct that scrap value from this total. From this total, deduct that scrap value. Okay, then you will get what is calculated here. What is this? This is nothing but the normal cost by normal input. Okay, normal cost by normal input. What is that? Normal cost, the total cost in process 1 is this, and remove the process 1 normal loss scrap value. Okay, that is the normal cost. That's what exactly we did. 10,000 plus 3,000 plus 9,750 plus 6,000 minus 250. Okay, by 5,000 minus 250. What is this 250? This is in units. I said normal input. Input is 5,000, but there is a loss, normal loss of 5% on 5,000, which is 250 units. That I have removed so that I got normal input. Okay, so yeah, this is 28,500. Now it can't be the same, right? 750. Okay, so 28,500 by 4,750. Okay, 5,000 minus 250, 4,750. Right, you got process cost 1 per unit. Process 1 cost per unit is 6 rupees. 6 rupees. Okay, now what is the output in process 1? The output in process 1 is 4,700. I'm taking here 4,700. I've taken here normal loss. I've taken here the output. Okay. And input is 5,000. Yeah, look at this. I've taken this here as total. Then the same total I'm taking here. This is the input. And I'm having an account of 4,700 and 250. 4,950 is visible to me. It's clear. But there is something unclear which I'm not able to trace. That could be abnormal loss. That's 50 rupees. Okay, right. 5,000 minus 4,700 minus 250 gives me this balancing figure. That could be abnormal loss. Okay, what is the price? What's the cost of this 4,700 units of output in process 1, which you're transferring to process 2? Look at this, per unit, the process cost per unit is 6 rupees into 4,700. 4,700 into 6. Okay, that gives me to 28,200. Okay, now the total cost is 28,750. Okay, The cost of the process one output is 28,200. Okay, and the normal loss scrap value is 250, right? So 28,450 I'm having, but still there is a 300 gap. That 300 gap is this abnormal loss. So this way also you can calculate, or simply 50 into the cost in abnormal loss, 6 rupees. This also can be used, okay, so that you get this value of the abnormal loss. Okay, so this is how, this is the answer in this problem, abnormal loss. Tracing the abnormal loss is the technicality you're trying to dig out. Okay, so 28,750, 28,750 transfer, tally. So what you'll do next, you'll take this amount and transfer to process to account. We'll go to process to account, process 2. And we'll just continue to do the same thing. What? Direct wages, we take whatever is there in the process 2. Expenses, we take whatever belongs to process 2. Overheads, we do just as we did in process 1. Okay, all right. Now look at this. Wages 5,000, expenses 9,910. Then overheads, we did the same thing. Nah? We did the same thing. 32,000 into 5,000 by 16,000 gives me, because wage is the basis to apportion the overheads. Okay, right. So 10,000 is the overhead cost. So you got all the expenses. And look at this. You take the output of process 1 as the input for process 2. Okay, that should be the first item to be entered. Okay, 4,700, 4,700, 28,200, 28,200. Okay, what you write here is by output transfer to process 2, or simply by process 2. That's it. By process 2. And if you're writing here by process 2, you will write here to process 1. Okay, you got this amount from process 1 to process 1. Why? He's giving this, process 1 is giving, and process 1 is giving, therefore it is to process 1, and process 2 is taking, therefore it is debited to process 2 account. Okay, debit the receiver, credit the giver, applied. Right. So you got the account of the process 2, then normal loss. What's the normal loss in process 2? Process 2 normal loss is 10%, right? Look at this. Process 2 normal loss is 10%. I told you that how to calculate this. 10% on the output in process 1 becomes the input for process 2 on input. The input for process 2 is 4,700. So what is that amount? Okay, 4,700 into 10%, 470. Okay, 4,700 into 10%, 470. What is the scrap value then of the process normal loss in process 2? Process 2 normal loss is 5. Scrap value of the normal loss, 5. At that rate, you had to value the normal loss in process 2. That's what we did. 5 multiplied with 470 gives me this value. Okay, 2350. Okay, then what is the input? The input is 4,700. What is the output? Output is 4,300. Look at this. Input is 4,700. Output is 4,300. So 47 minus 43, 400. But here 4,000 minus 4,700 minus 4,300 is 400, but there is a difference. There is a difference. It should have been 400, but it is something different. Look at this. Look at this. Yeah, it should have been in process 2, it should have been 400 because it is 4,700, it is 4,300. Difference should be 400, but there is a difference of 70. It is not tallying. This side it is 4,700, this side it is 4,770. Agree with me? Yes?
Yes, sir.
So what could be that? Earlier we have traced it as abnormal loss because the gap was on the credit side. Now the gap is on the debit side. So what could be that? What could be that?
It's a profit.
Profit. Which profit?
Overhead. Overhead profits.
Overheads. Who is this?
Avinash.
Yeah, Avinash. Were you there in the yesterday's class?
No, sir.
That is why you're not knowing. Anybody? Those who were there in yesterday's class? Nobody? There is nobody? No one is there in yesterday's class?
It's a net profit.
Net profit? Where should I take net profit?
So like the balancing figure is net
Now
profit.
this side it is 4,700, but this side it is 4,770. Now if you take this total, 4,300 plus 4,700, 470, 4,770 it is. Okay, 4,770. Okay, but what happened to this 70? This side it is 4,770. This side it is only 47. There's a gap. What is that gap? What did you do in process 1? What did you do in process 1? What did you do in process 1? What have you done in process 1? In process 1, what did you do?
So we recorded an abnormal loss just because the side was more.
So we recorded abnormal loss. We recorded abnormal loss. Okay. We recorded abnormal loss now. Why don't you get the same idea here? Why didn't you get
Abnormal profit.
Yeah, if it was abnormal loss and this is abnormal profit now. This is abnormal profit now. Yes or no? It is
Yes.
abnormal gain na?
Yes, sir.
Right? Abnormal gain na? And what is the cost of this? What is the cost of this? What is the cost of this? 70 units is abnormal gain, 2 abnormal gain, okay, 2 abnormal gain, right? 2 abnormal gain. And what is this? What is the value of this abnormal gain? We did na? Yeah, working. Process cost per unit, okay? Process cost per unit you have to calculate. How did you calculate? Just as we did in case of process 1. So what did we do in process 1? We have taken the entire cost, okay? So just like that, we also take the process cost. Okay, process cost. Look at this. 28,000, okay, 5,000, 9,910 and 10,000. Okay, minus 2350. 28,200 plus 5,000 plus 9,910 plus 10,000 minus 2350 by 4,700 minus normal loss. So what is this called? This is called as normal cost of the normal output. Okay, this is normal input. This is normal cost or normal cost, and this is the normal input. Okay, normal input. That is equal to 50,750 by 4230 gives you 12 rupees. 12 rupees is the cost per unit. 12 rupees is the cost per unit, and that cost per unit you will be using, okay, at 12 rupees, at rupees, at rupees 12. Okay, yeah, 70 units is the balancing figure, right? And this 70 units have to be valued now, costed for into 70. Can you quickly calculate and tell me the answer?
840.
How much?
840.
840. 840 is the worth of the abnormal gain. Earlier, abnormal loss. Now, abnormal gain. There's no abnormal loss. Now, if there's an abnormal loss, gain, there's no abnormal loss. If there's abnormal loss, there's no abnormal gain. If it is there, this will not be there. If this is there, this will not be there. Okay. So that's it. That's the end of the process 2. And the same thing you will do again for process 3. Last and final process. Okay. Yeah, we have taken this table also. Yes. Yeah, process 3. Now you account for the process 3 also. What is the input for process 3? Process 3 input is 4,300. Whatever is the output in process 2 will become the input for process 3. So the output in process 2 is 4,300. Okay. So 4,300 is the input for process 3. Okay. Then what is the worth of this? The worth of process 2. This is the amount. You take this amount. You're doing along with me in your notebooks. Unless you do along with me, you will not understand. Right? So this is from process 1. Okay, this is from process 1. We are doing process account 3 or process 3 account. Okay, process 3 account. We have, brought this by output transfer to process 2 or simply by process 3. Process 3. Okay, the same amount we take here in process 3. To process account, 4,300. Okay, and the worth is 51,600. 51,600. What is the normal loss here in process 3? What is the normal loss? Normal loss is 5%. Yeah, normal loss is 5%. Normal loss is 5%, but the scrap value is 6 rupees. 5% of what? 5% of 4,300. 5% of 4,300. Okay, 4,300 into 5%. Okay, 5 by 100 into 4,300. Okay, that is the number of units. And if you want in value, multiply with scrap value. Okay, 6 rupees per unit. 6 rupees per unit. And what is this value? Can you quickly tell me? 4,300 into 5%. I think if it is 215, if I'm not wrong. 215, huh? 215.
Yes, sir.
215. 215. Okay, 215. Right. Shall I write this on here? Instead of 2350, some amount will come. So the units are 215, 215, and the amount comes to
1290.
1290. 1290. 1290. Okay, this is normal loss. Okay, so the introduction from process 2 is this. This is the normal loss. The rest we'll take as usual. Okay, I'm deleting this. I'm deleting this. I'm deleting this also. Okay, and here, look at this overheads. How do we calculate overheads? Yeah, 8,000. 8,000. 8,000 by 16,000 into 100. 8. Okay, 8,000 by 16,000 into 32,000. And that comes to, sorry, I did it in this one. Next process. Yeah, 8,000. Yeah, by 16,000 into 32,000. What's it amount? 50% of 32,000, 16,000. Yes, 16,000. Huh? 8 by 16 into 32. Okay, 16,000.
Yes, sir.
And let's come to the other expenses. So wages 8,000, direct expenses 15,560. Right? These two will take 8 and 15, 15560. Okay, wages 8,000 and 15,560. 15,560, right? So this is direct expenses. Okay, then we'll do the same working here, right? Same thing we'll do here. Same thing. Okay, the process is same. The process of calculating per unit cost is same. Okay, and only thing is we're doing it for process 3. Cost per unit is equal to 28. Will all this we remove, all this we remove, and we'll take, yeah, we'll take what is process 2, what is process 2 cost, 3 costs, 51,600. Okay, all this we have to take. Just note down and dictate to me when I'm writing there. 51,600, 8,000, 15,560, 16,000. Okay, 51,600, 8,000, 15,560, 16,000. Yeah, come again. 51,000. Tell me. 51,560
8,000.
plus 8,000 plus plus
So you have to go down.
15,560. 15,560
16,000.
plus 16,000 minus what is the value of the normal loss in process 3? Normal loss in process 3, 1290. 1290. Okay, that's a benefit you got, that's a gain you got. 1290 is the normal by, yeah, what is the input in process 3? 4,300 minus what is the normal loss in units? Normal loss in units. Yeah, normal loss in units. Yeah, this is in percentage. Normal loss in units, you get it here. 215 units. 215 units. Right? Remove that. 215 units. 215. 215. Okay. So what is this? This is the normal cost in process 3, and this is a normal input in process 3. After deducting the process, after deducting the normal loss, and after deducting the scrap value of normal loss, right? You get a sum of 50,750 by the normal input 4,230.
ठीक है.
It's not 4,230. How much is this? 4,300 minus 215. 4,300 minus 215. Quickly. 4,300 minus 215. 4,185.
Sir, it will be 89,830.
Which one? No?
So 89,830 divided by
Okay. This is previous amount, na? Okay. 89,830. Thank you.
okay.
Yeah, thank you. By 4,300 minus 215.
4085.
4
4085.
4085. 4085. Okay. Is equal to
21, no, 22.
22 rupees.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is 22 rupees. And this 22 rupees you will use to cost for process 3. Okay. And what is the output in process 3? The output in process 3 is here 4050. 4050. Okay. Process 3 output is 4050. Okay. Yeah, I'm writing here 4050. And there's a normal loss here. Okay. So 4050 plus 215. How much? 4050 plus 215. 4265, na?
Yes, sir.
4265 is the value. Okay. And if this is 4265 and this is 4300, there's a gap, right? There's a gap. What is the gap? 4265 minus 4300 or 4300 minus 4265.
So that's the abnormal loss.
How much is that amount?
35.
35 is the abnormal loss. Okay, at what rate? Abnormal loss at what rate? At rupees 22. Okay, 35 into 22. How much?
770.
770. And this is a different value, right? So this is at 22. This is 22. So, and also it is not 4,300, na? It is 4050. 4050. This value. 4050 into process cost per unit 22 gives you
89,100.
89,100. Okay, this is, yeah, it is output transferred, okay, by finished product. By finished product. That's it. Okay, finished product. You know, this is the end of process 3 and there is no further processing of the goods. So the final product, the final value is this number of units. The finished goods are to be sent to the market are 4,050 units whose cost is 89,000. Now remember, this is not the price. There is no profit added here. That is done in the unit costing. Okay, it is only costing, not pricing. Pricing will be done separately. So once we got the cost, we will add a profit percentage, then it becomes price. We didn't add the profit, so therefore don't mistake it to be a price. It is just cost of making this 4,050 units. And to make this, the raw material has to go through these 3 processes. Okay, you have introduced 5,000 units, okay, and you got an output of 4,050 units. Okay, so this is the end of the solution unless he specifically asks you to do something else. Okay, but the question he asks you is complete 3 process and finish stock account. Complete 3 process account. We did this part. completed 3 processes accounts. And he says, continues, and finished stock account with the details of abnormal loss and gain. You have to make abnormal loss account, abnormal gain account, and finished stock account. Okay, remaining 3 accounts also have to be done. We will join quickly for about 5 minutes, then complete this. Okay, so you may be disconnected, but still we'll join back. Any doubts?
No, sir.